Brought to you by Penguin.
The Awakened Brain, The New Science of Spirituality and Our Quest for an Inspired Life, by Lisa Miller, Ph.D., with Esme Schwal-Wygand. Read for you by Brittany Pressley. To fill with love. Never cease to stand like curious children before the great mystery into which we were born. Albert Einstein. Author's Notes. This book is intended to provide helpful information on the subjects discussed. It is not meant to be used to diagnose or treat any specific medical condition. Please be certain to consult with your own healthcare provider before making any decisions that affect your health. Names and identifying details of some of the people portrayed in this book have been changed. Introduction. Anything true can be shown. It was the summer of 2012. I hurried down the narrow, fluorescent-lit hallway of the psychiatry lab at Columbia University Medical School. Coffee balanced in one hand, mind racing. Today, our MRI, magnetic resonance imaging team, would finally get our eyes on the results of months and months of research. Ravi, the statistical analyst, caught up to me in the hall, his eyes wide, a stunned expression on his usually composed face. He held a stack of papers in his trembling hands. "I ran the data many times," he said. "It's all very surprising." For close to a year, our team had been working long, hard hours to design and implement a cutting-edge study to peer into the brain to learn more about preventing depression. Ravi worked closest to the machines and statistics, steadily punching buttons, collecting data, modeling the findings, running numbers. Today, he would show us a first glimpse of the results that would tell us whether or not spirituality plays a role in preventing or protecting against depression. I love every part of science. The push and beckon of a question, the challenge and rigor of finding the best way to test what is true. But I especially love this part of science, the first reckoning with the data. This would be our first thrilling view of where the numbers led, and we hoped what we saw might help us toward a new possibility for alleviating mental suffering. We live in an age of unprecedented mental anguish. Depression, anxiety, and substance abuse have reached epidemic proportions globally. In 2017, 66.6 million Americans, more than half of the respondents on the National Survey on Drug Use and Health, reported binge drinking within the past month, and 20 million met the criteria for a substance use disorder. 31% of American adults will develop a full-blown anxiety disorder at some point in their lives, and 19% in any given year. The World Health Organization reports that 264 million people on the planet are depressed. Depression is the third most costly disability worldwide. Each year, 17 million American adults are depressed. Over 16% of youth in late adolescence currently face depression, and the impact of depression on suicide accounts for the second leading cause of death in adolescence, rivaled only by death by auto accident. At Columbia University, where I teach, 8 students died by suicide in 2016-2017. A study of more than 67,000 college students across 108 institutions in the United States, published in 2019, found that 20% reported that they had engaged in self-harm, such as cutting. 24% reported suicidal ideation, and 9% had attempted suicide. While the stakes of our mental health crisis are truly life and death, many of us also suffer from less debilitating, though still painful, conditions. Burnout and chronic stress, trouble concentrating and connecting, loneliness and isolation. Lives that are rich in many ways, yet feel somehow narrow, hollow, and cut off. Even when we experience success and satisfaction, we may sense that there's more to happiness.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?